Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Jane's Fighters Anthology. Last time we interdicted a convoy carrying supplies for the rebel Egyptian forces, so now we will get to see how this war continues to escalate. End run. Kibret Air Base, date July 30th, local time 0100 hours. Weather clear. Situation: sensing an opportunity for personal profit, a circle of ambitious officers in the Egyptian army has successfully led a coup against their superiors in the high command. Those few troops that did not defect to the fundamentalist cause have retreated to the UN occupation zone. Egyptian government leaders who recently fled Cairo in order to set up a provisional government in eastern Egypt have requested UN aid in putting down the rebellion. Mission objective: your mission is to take out a command and control bunker and a microwave tower in the vicinity of El Fayum. Threat suppression data: ground opposition, ZSU-23-4's air opposition, possible F-16s. So we can see the, let's see. So I think Cairo is on the Suez Canal, isn't it? I thought it was anyways. I'd have to look, I guess. But in any case, we see the UN occupation zone covers the, this little eastern chunk of Egypt, and we see apparently Israel has been taken over by Arab Egyptians. Oh, that one's Israeli. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but kind of silly. Okay, so we see here are the F-22s that we would normally be playing as out of the Belouza Air Base. And here's us. The game wants us to play with Nighthawks. This is one of those missions where they have you flying a stealth bomber or attack aircraft, which they aren't my favorite. I'd rather blast my way in and out, and surprisingly enough, it does give us a choice. I've always thought that it required... I know in some of them, I think it actually requires you, like it doesn't give you to the aircraft selection screen, it just puts you in it and skips straight to the loadout screen. But for the purposes of this, and since we're going to have to do these anyways, I will fly the Nighthawk here. And you can see all we get is a pair of paveways, so that'll have to do. And I suppose it is nice just to be able to see what, you know, the Nighthawk pilots had to go through, because they're subsonic. You can't fight, you can't run, you literally have to be undetected. So that's where that supposedly comes in handy. So here we go. Of course, we are going to be detected as soon as we open our weapon bay doors. Let's start pitching up the nose. Now, fortunately, I think we're going to have a lot of, we are airborne. Yeah. Acceleration is going to be shit, too, so. Alright, so all we have is passive infrared sensors. We want to get to this.
Bearing 2P9, climb to Angel 1.
We don't even have flaps, because that would have, this was, you know, one of the first stealth aircraft, so it's not even... Okay, why are we buffeting? Are we going to stall? What's going on? I mean, I know this thing's a bitch to handle, but come on. Maybe we're going too fast? No, can't be. So in any case, well, I really don't know why we're buffeting like that. Oh shit. Okay, so we want to go on this side of them. Hopefully, what I want to happen is, God, that's gonna get real annoying. What I want to happen is, we know there's F-22s at Belouza. So, if we can, the goal is basically to find a hole and sneak into it. But I'm hoping the F-16s at Belouza can give us a hand. Oh, we are going the wrong way now. There's Belouza. which is not on our infrared, surprisingly. There we go. Oh, we're still... There we go. That's not what I want. Are your F-22s taking off? They probably have them set up to cover our retreat rather than our entrance. Okay. Well, I guess we can't avoid it anymore. So let's compress some time. This thing actually has a fair bit of thrust to it. I mean, we're at 2/3 and we're going 400 knots. So we got a nice big opening here. So actually we're gonna full throttle it. And hope we don't shake ourselves apart. Jesus. Alright, bring it to 50%. Obviously, they might just be simulating how this thing is kind of dynamically unstable. Because obviously the angular construction isn't very aerodynamic. So maybe this is just supposed to represent that. Alright. Let's see if we can sneak in here. Now sneaking out's still going to be a problem. But there's M1s. I don't know if... now Egypt is a customer of the M1, so I don't know if this is going to be US/government M1 or if it's going to be a rebel M1. I imagine eventually the rebels will switch to using Russian munitions, as most of the countries that are friendly to them are going to be using Russian equipment. Okay, so it's probably a friendly.
Contact structure. Your 1 o'clock flow. 15 miles.
So we're going to have our wingmen go for one target while we go for the other. Our IR is really limited range, so we may as well. Alright, let's slow down a bit. Alright, so we're close enough that their radars can paint us. Actually, let's speed up a bit now. Getting nervous. Okay, so we gotta quick pick out our targets. Oh, come on. And we have bandits on us, so we gotta do this quick. Come on. So hopefully those F-22s will be inbound soon. Alright, wingman, take out the comm tower. We got the...
Engaging.
We have the HCC. Self-defense jammers on.
On the way.
Alright. We're getting the hell out of here. Fortunately, we gotta stay somewhat steady so our laser designator can continue to paint the target. Throw our jammers off if we can disrupt even one of their, if we can disrupt the radar. Yeah! Wingman, let's hope your bomb hits home. Oh, it doesn't even let us turn around, which I suppose is true to life. Are we gonna have to make another run, wingman? Don't tell me. Oh, thank God. Bug out. Let's head direct north. And then, actually, yeah, I don't want to head east because they do have planes there. Now, there's nothing within 10 miles, so really, they shouldn't be able to see us. But, I mean, our thermal signature is certainly one thing. But yeah, let's head north and then east. Yeah, let's drop to 5,000 feet. Oh, Raphael's? Oh, fuck no. Turn. Their radars are going to be way better at detecting us than Mirage 2000s too. I think we're just going to have to run the gauntlet. But their 4.5 gen radars will certainly be better in detecting us. Alright, let's try to maintain distance. If we can at least get to checkpoint D.
Inbound to waypoint Delta, bearing 94. Descend to Angel 2.
Did they lose us? They might have lost us. How's our fuel? Fuel is more than enough. We are sprinting for the border. Let's continue to drop in altitude. At this point, I kind of want to do terrain following. Okay, we got pinged by a ground defense site. Looks like they lost their lock on us, though. I hope our wingman makes it okay. I told him to bug out. Okay, he's still alive. Looks... I don't know if he's going to be going to... hey, we're landing at Palooza. That's interesting. That we take off from one and land at another.
Waypoint Echo, bearing 7.
Alright, we are almost across the border. The failure. Okay. We gotta slow down a little bit. There we go. We're about 40 nautical miles into Mach 1 at this point. We're probably doing about Mach 0.8. We're really pushing her to the limit. Maybe don't like that. Okay, since we're at the border, I'm going to change course and head for Palooza Air Base. The reason I'm not using time compression is one of them could still change their minds, decide they see me and come after me. So that's why I'm not engaging the time compression, so at least I have time to see that ping from my RWR. Okay, I think we can at least bring her down to a cruising level. Alright, I lied, I'm going to use my time compression. Alright. There we go. We can probably switch over to navigational mode now. More time compression. There we go. Now she's calmed down. Now that we aren't pushing her to the limit. There we go. Runway 4 Palooza.
We're almost home.
Words I love to hear. And now we get to land this sucker, which again is not easy. Oh, at least we got brakes, thank God. Alright, line her up.
Clear to left. Wind at 13 knots.
Alright, that should lead off our speed pretty quickly. Might not even need our brake at this point. Yeah. This thing is basically like a flying brick. You could Holy shit. This might be a rough landing.
Welcome back.
Oh, thank God. Oh, I hate landing this thing. Especially since this has a tendency on takeoff, if you let it roll down the track too long, it just self-destructs on you. I don't know why, if it's a flaw in the game or if you're trying to simulate something, but... So I'm always nervous about hitting the ground too hard, too fast. Oh, that's the other thing. I like how we got night vision in our targeting scope. That's something you didn't see in the previous campaigns. I think it's only for the B2 and F-117 though, because they're stealthy at night and all that. I wish it was a toggleable option, but unfortunately it isn't. So I have no idea where the F-22s ended up, but in any case, we're also going to wait here for just a little bit to see if our wingman shows up, because I think he would tell us if he got shut down after we told him to go back to base. We can't use the F6 on him once we tell him to bug out, but I think he would still be like, oh shit, I got hit. Oh, we have really shitty brakes, apparently. Try to get a decent park job at least. There we go. So we'll wait, probably not 5 minutes, not at this speed, but that's right, we can't look. We do see enemy contacts. He wouldn't show up on our RWR, so that is worth noting. Our friendly F-22 should though, and they launched because they weren't at the runway. So I don't know. And I mean, the game is the game. The AI always has its radar on, so they should be visible to our RWR. But apparently they're not within 50 miles of us, which makes me wonder where exactly they are. It's also possible, although unlikely, that our wingman could have just bugged out to the nearest base, which would have been Faid. Oh, she's so sexy. So very sexy. Primitive in terms of stealth technology, especially today, but so sexy. Alright. I'm done waiting for our wingman. We'll figure out at the debrief if he lived or if he died. So with that, let's end the mission. Debrief. Beluza Air Base. Date July 30th. Mission end run. Resolution success. Good work taking out the enemy structures. He is alive. He took 38% damage, but he is alive. Okay, so he probably went to Faid Air Base. Looks like someone tangled him, or maybe they were in the process of shooting him down. I don't know, but I mean, from what we could see on our RWR, couldn't really pick out any specific enemy activity. So we have the hardened command and control bunker and a platoon of Egyptian soldiers, and it looks like our wingman took a ZSU-23, a truck, and the microwave tower for his kills. So we both have one launch with 100% hit rating. Oh, there was a missile launch on me? Oh, yeah. I think I remember that when we spoofed it with a ton of chaff. Well, that was what we were doing, our bombing armor. Is our wingman. Okay, so they couldn't even get a missile lock on him, so they closed to use their gun on him. And the one missile they did launch from a ground-based SAM just couldn't lock on, I'm guessing, is why it failed. With that, we can repair our Nighthawk, and then that leaves us ready to roll for the next mission. So Thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for next time, and we'll see you then.